Okay, so you're telling me that within 3 hours of me releasing the types of players in school football video part 2, we be our like goal? Holy hell, y'all are crazy. At this rate, I might have to raise it to 1k. Actually no, screw 1k. We'll go into 3.5k. So like up. 3.5k for part 4. If you guys want to see a part 4, just let me know down below in the comments. And while you're down there, make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much. But you guys already know the drill. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 3 of the types of players in school football. Number 1, the guy who always kicked the ball over. Alan, if you're watching this video, this is you. Now the guy who kicked the ball over, he was about to get rushed by about 50 people. He could never control his shooting. Every shot he took over the fence. Whenever the ball fell to this guy, you could just kiss your 20 quid Premier League football that you got from Sports Direct goodbye. Because buddy, you ain't getting that back. And the most peak thing is that when you lost the ball, there was virtually nothing else to do. The rest of the lunchtime is dead. Lunchtime's basically over. All because of that one guy. In my school, we usually played in front of a giant fence. And on the other side of the fence was the main road. So whenever this guy spawned in and kicked the ball over, yeah, it would get pretty ugly out there. We would sometimes see real life Rocket League being played before our very eyes. And you can only imagine what a ball would be looking like after that. It only made sense that the guy who kicked it over had to get it back and enjoy 5 minutes of real life crossy road. Otherwise, monkey, you getting beat. These guys were usually Brexit defenders who did nothing but beat ball. All the guys who just had the worst shooting known to man. That ball that your father got you for Christmas. Yeah, buddy, I would not advise you to bring that to school. Keep it at home. But up next, the guy who always sold in one bounce. Hell no. Now for those of you who play lunchtime football on a regular basis, would know that one bounce is a classic football game to play. And sometimes we would activate prime 2017 Real Madrid. We would turn into Brazilians. We would be using flicks, successful around the world, shoulders, whatever. And we could be cooking the best sequence of one bounce of all time. Until it falls to that one guy. The guy who can barely do 2 kick-ups. Fumbles the entire play, and of course, gets absolutely rushed. Whenever the ball fell to this guy, I just immediately lost all hope. This was literally Broski trying to do kick-ups.
Oh my god. Oh hell, bruh. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy.
This guy was a waste of space in the circle. He got carried by everyone else. Or it wouldn't even be the person who was bad at football. It could sometimes be the good guy because he would hug the ball so much to the point where he fumbles the entire thing. When he got the ball, he would do 1,000 kick-ups. Like broski, we get it. You can juggle. You're not prime Neymar. Alright, I'ma be honest. Sometimes, that was me. Okay, I admitted it. But yeah, being a ball hog in one bounce, yeah, kind of annoying. The next player we have is the annoying year 11. Every year 7's worst nightmare. Now for all you future year 7's out there who are starting secondary school soon, I strongly advise you to keep your distance from these man. Trust me, I've had first-hand experience. But these guys are not your friends. These guys are not here to play with you. These guys are your enemies. Your goddamn enemies. Number 1 ops. These man were honestly so jobless. They would just camp in one corner of the playground for the whole lunchtime, waiting for their prey, waiting to strike next. And if your ball was anywhere within their vicinity, yeah, you could say goodbye to that ball, cause it's getting yeeted to Mars. They either do that or just do rondos with it for 5 minutes. And it was always impossible to get the ball off them, because they were the biggest physical merchants of all time, and had a crazy height advantage. Basically, you could not survive one lunchtime without them interrupting your game. They were honestly so jobless that they had to resort to targeting year 7's. Mad behavior. But someone else who was mad was the ball owner. Now first off, I have to give some credit to the ball owner, because without him, let's be real, what are we playing with? Absolutely nothing. So yeah, the ball owner did carry our lunchtimes. But on the other hand, he was so goddamn bossy. He was Mr. Bossy Bot Bossington the third man. He always picked their teams and was always so picky with them as well. One person who wasn't in his friend group. Nope, nah, sorry bro, you're not playing. Like I get if it's a lot of people that you don't want to play with, but with the ball owner, couple of people that's not in his group, he ain't allowing it. And if you did anything to piss this guy off, he'd just crash out and not let you play. He'd just stop the entire game, and until you left, no one was playing. Feminine R behavior. The ball owner was made up of 99 rage, 99 bossiness, and 99 pickiness. But then again, he did clutch up when we had nothing else to do. The keeper who never stayed in goal. Now this guy really thought he was Manuel Neuer, because he spent more of his time being outfield than actually being a goalkeeper. He would always charge up 50 yards just to make a clearance. When he was bored, he would just spawn in as a left winger and start attacking. This guy would always attempt to dribble past the entire team from his own box, and if he messed up, the other team would just get a free goal. And he would always spam 100 fake shots when trying to take a goal kick. Broski, just Just be a normal keeper, man. This guy would always be a rush goalie. The way he tried to act with his footwork, he was acting like scouts were watching. You bet that for every single corner, man was charging 50 yards just to get into the opposition box. And the worst part is these man were ass. If you're gonna be a keeper, at least save something. I'm pretty sure these man were strikers who got given goalkeeper winter wildcards. But anyway, speaking of FIFA, we have the guy who thought he was in FIFA. This guy always spent 7 hours every day playing Ultimate Team, to the point where he started to use FIFA skills in school. Hell nah. He would literally be pulling out flipping heel to heel flicks and elasticos. Like, buddy, I respect the confidence, but this ain't FIFA, mate. This guy probably had 5-star skills. But when it came to the celebrations, this guy would do the eye celebration after scoring a tap-in.
What?
I don't know, man. And they'd always be like, oh, well, if I was in FIFA, I'd probably have like a 94 rating. Brother, shut up. The crazy goalkeeper. This guy was easily the loudest, the meanest, the angriest person on the pitch. He thought he was an actual captain and was forever screaming at everyone. I'm surprised this guy still had vocal cords after every lunchtime. He was literally Jordan Pickford's regen and was always commanding us like flipping soldiers. Like, bro, I think you're taking this a bit too seriously. And whenever this guy made a mistake or conceded, he would never take the blame. He would always blame us. He would swear about 100 times every lunchtime. Ah, Jeffrey, you piece of shit. You goddamn motherfucker. Good for nothing. Yeah, you get the point. If you're on his team and you made a mistake, yeah, you're cooked. But nobody liked this guy because he always spoke with a goddamn megaphone. In short, you did not want to get on his bad side. But I can't lie, whenever he crashed out, it was so funny. But if you're one of his defenders, it's a long day. The kid with 99 long shots. I have no idea how this guy did it, but he only scored long shots and bangers. Every shot he took had a speed of 100 miles an hour. And if you were a keeper up against the shots, I suggest you don't try saving it, because there's basically a 100% chance that your hand gets broken. This guy had the most powerful shooting that he would literally rip the whole net. He was allergic to scoring goals inside the box. But if he's outside the box, and give him the L1, R1 buttons, then it's an automatic goal. He was the type of guy to have the Power Shot Plus playstyle. This guy was usually a tryhard CDM. He just camped outside the box until the ball fell to him. Now, before we move on to our final player, over 96% of y'all have not subscribed to the channel. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe right now. We're getting closer and closer to 10k. And if y'all could sub, I'd really appreciate that. But now, moving on to the final player, we have the clueless guy. Now, this guy had absolutely no idea what was happening. He was only there because his friends were playing. He didn't know how to play football and he barely knew anything about it. He would just waltz into the middle of a game, and when the ball fell to him, he would just toe punt it as hard as he possibly could. He tried to look like he knew what he was doing, but he really didn't. And sometimes they would just take you out for no reason. But anyway, that is the part 3 of the types of players in school football. There may be some that I've missed, but just let me know down below. There could potentially be a part 4, but I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. Wanna see part 1 and part 2 of the types of players in school football? Click here.